Hi guys, Cameron here, and welcome back to another episode of the Fall of the Necromancer campaign that I have been playing. This is a video series where we go through every single scenario of the Fall of the Necromancer campaign, playing them all along in the campaign style and allowing for what the dice be to say who wins and what happens in the next campaign mission or campaign scenario. So this one is the clearing of the nest scenario. If you want to have a look at kind of how they've set it up on the board, there you go, and you can kind of see that. This mission is when kind of the dwarves are being captured by the spiders, and then the elves come down and save them. Now the dwarves don't feature in this scenario, but that is kind of my understanding of what this scenario is meant to play out like, and kind of where it's meant to fit in with the story. So anyway, the board should be laid out as a Mirkwood forest, so densely packed with trees, bushes, shrubs, that sort of stuff, and there should be a spider nest in the centre. Starting positions. The evil player deploys the Mirkwood spiders 3 inches from the spider nest. Now, this spider nest is in the direct centre of the board, so that is where you're able to deploy them from. They then deploy 3 giant spiders within 3 inches of the centre of the eastern board edge, and the other 3 giant spiders within 3 inches of the western board edge. That tells you kind of who's playing a role in the side of the scenario on the evil side. The good player deploys models within 6 inches of the centre of the board from the northern edge. So that is kind of how it works. Mirkwood Rangers have set out to destroy the larger spider's nest through the inhibitions. Well, no, not inhibitions. Though the inhabitants, if Cameron can read, that would be really appreciated. Dyslexia. So the inhabitants will fiercely protect it, and this is the objectives. So the game lasts until one side has completed its objectives. Good wins if the spider nest is destroyed. Evil wins if the good side has been wiped out. Special rules for this scenario. There is 2 of them. The spider nests. Good models may charge the spider nest during the move phase, and they may attack it during the fight phase, provided they are not in base contact with any enemy models. Good models do not need to make a duel roll against the spider's nest, they will automatically win. They may simply strike their blows. The spider's nest has 3 wounds and will only ever be wounded on a natural roll of a 6. So that then means that when you get into contact with this spider nest, you can take it out, but you need to roll 6s, and you need to roll 3 of them. There's no saves, no dual roll, nothing, because obviously a spider's nest can't fight back. Special rule number 2. More where they came from. Whenever a spider model is slain, keep it to one side. At the start of each turn, before priority is determined, roll a d6 for each spider model kept aside in this way. On a 5+, the evil player may place the spider model within 6 inches of the spider nest, but not within the control zones of an enemy model. Models that arrive in this manner are placed anywhere within or touching a spider's nest and may act as normal that turn. Now, this means that they can come back every spider, every turn on a 5+ if they are killed. Now, the campaign bonus that we have got from the previous scenario, the Watchful Peace, because, as I said, we're playing it as a scenario, so in this one, it means that due to the evil side winning both sides last time, in the clearing of the nest scenario, spider models may return to the board on a 4+ rather than a 5+. So it just means that they can come back on their 4s instead of 5s. And that played a major role in our game, because we actually forgot that I won as the evil side last time. So I should have had that bonus as well. But my opponent was the only one with that bonus when they played the evil side. And that's tough, because I managed to wipe their side out probably about twice with my elves, just due to the way that it worked. But because of that 4+, they just kept on coming back. Whereas they didn't manage to wipe my guys out, but I was rolling 5s, and that didn't happen. I didn't roll that many 5s, so it was definitely an uphill battle. By the way, I've got merch. Link not in the bio, because I don't sell it. Participants. Good. Legolas Greenleaf, Prince of Mirkwood, that's 1. Tariel, that's 2. And 10 Mirkwood Rangers, that's 12 models for that, for the good side. Evil has got 6 Mirkwood Spiders and 6 Giant Spiders. So, 12 models aside, 2 heroes. Elves are good at shooting, but with kind of in the way tests, it doesn't always work. So it's a bit of hit and miss. Plus, with coming back on that 4+ rather than 5+, it certainly was kind of weighing in the evil side's favour. And we will see, round about now, exactly who did win those. So you can see just how I'm kind of setting up my elves in a firing squad and how my opponents got the spiders set out. This is kind of the way that they're meant to be set out at the start, and I moved things up thinking if I split kind of half and half off, maybe it would be an idea of getting some shooting and then some fighting in. But it turned out kind of spiders move extremely fast, and even though we're playing on a smaller board, it kind of doesn't really matter. So we kind of threw a load of spiders and a load of elves into combat just to see what they could do and how far they could get up. I tried to kind of block off things. I realised fairly quickly that Tariel and Legolas are going to be the ones that need to get into combat with that nest, which you can see is the gold coin in the centre. Didn't really work. They got caught up, and I think I got Legolas in close. Yeah, you can see him just there. But he could never get away from those spiders, and coming back on that 4+ was real tough. He just couldn't get in. He ended up being paralysed. Tariel ended up being paralysed. Everyone was. It was awful. And kind of, it just meant that they were coming back. See, it's just one of these things that there's 2 rolls there, and luckily enough, none of them come back. And then the third one, a spider comes back, and it's just, that blocks him off. You can see there Legolas and a spider are paralysed there, but kind of just is what it is. So in the end, I think I got into base contact with the nest, but nothing happened. So we re-racked. I'm now playing the spiders. I didn't have the campaign bonus, as I said, because I forgot that I had it, but kind of it just is what it is. It didn't really matter, and it didn't affect the games. My opponent just kind of set up a firing squad, thinking, well, if I bring the spiders to me, it will be kind of nice and I can pick them off. I got 1 paralysed, and that's why there's a guy lying down there. But it ended up just the elves got slaughtered, and they got slaughtered kind of right off the mark. They didn't necessarily get the best rolls, unfortunately. I got a bunch of paralysed. If I remember correctly, I paralysed Tariel at one point, and I tried to paralyse Legolas but didn't get it off. Those shooting web attacks are just really good. But they all got locked down here. This is literally their starting position, and there was nothing that my opponent could do with it. They just got locked down and slaughtered and slaughtered and slaughtered. As you can see, he's kind of debating what he's going to do there, and it was just one of these things that there was nothing that could happen. So ended up Tariel and Legolas, and it was just whittling them down to kill them, and in the end, evil won both sides, luckily enough. And it just seems how it is. So there we go. That is the clearing of the nests and exactly how kind of it seemed to be going for both sides. Evil winning and good being wiped out and killed before even a wound got put onto the spider's nest. It seemed like an uphill battle, and they really struggled with it. It was not exactly how I was anticipating it playing out, purely because of the way that the films and the book go with kind of clearing out those nests, but kind of it is what it is. I was expecting good to win regardless, but maybe that campaign bonus is exactly what caused them not to win. But anyway, next scenario is attack on Ruskavel, or Ruskavel, however you pronounce it, Ruskavel. And the campaign bonus from this, because evil won both times, there's no point in having the good campaign bonus. So clearing of the nests campaign bonus for evil. In the attack on Ruskavel scenario, whenever a spider model suffers a wound, roll a d6 On a roll of a 6, the wound is ignored. So we know that there's going to be spiders at least, and we presume there's going to be Radagast, but who knows? You'll have to tune in next week to find out. But yeah, so spiders are going to get 6 up save, whatever you want to call it. And we'll see how that goes. But anyway, it was a great scenario, really good. It did seem like an uphill battle, as I said, and that was probably clear by the video of Good just being wiped out constantly. They played a lot better than they did last episode, and I don't know why exactly. Tariel having those 3 attacks, plus then the Blade Lord special rule may well have been something to do with that, but I'm not certain. It just seemed to work for some reason this time, and who knows. It was really good fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm really glad that I actually managed to play it, and I'm a little disappointed that I didn't win with the good side, but it is what it is. We can't complain. But yeah, next week, the attack on Ruskavel. Tune back in. There was a playlist kicking around on my channel for all of these scenarios. This is now scenario 7. So there is at least 7 videos in this video series. Please go check it out. I'd appreciate it, as would my opponent. We thoroughly enjoy playing these and doing these, and it's something that I can upload to YouTube, so yeah. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I have affiliate links for Element Games, Goblin Gaming, and Noble Knight Gaming in the US. If you are so inclined to use them, it gives me a little kickback to the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything at all, and I really appreciate it, because the money that you spend on those sorts of things comes back into the channel in the form of things like these. Radagast the Brown, Generation Shift Base. Oh yeah, that's exactly how it happens. Anything that you spend on those stores gets put back into the channel, whether that is a nice stand for my phone or new models for what is needed. But thank you very much for watching. Please use those affiliate links. Check out my Instagram, Facebook, all that sort of stuff. Subscribe, like, comment, and we will see you later. Don't forget, I don't do merch. Bye for now. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and use my affiliate links in the description below. Take care and bye bye.